Good afternoon and welcome to the Return Homestead. My name is Mike and my wife Marty and I homestead 50 acres in southeastern Kentucky. If you hear some lawnmowers going in the background, that's because we are in Kentucky and we got a lot of rain in the last 2 days. And that rain is causing the grass to grow. Kentucky 31 is no joke. That stuff grows fast. So we are going to have to get to some grass cutting today. But first, Marty has a special project she wants some attention on. And in case any of y'all were worried about us in those storms, we do have a storm shelter. We were all prepared to come and get in this storm shelter 2 days ago, but it wasn't necessary. The storms did peter out before they got to us. Should anything untoward happen, we have a safe place to go. Hey kid. Hey kiddo. Hi kiddo. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's exciting. Ooh-wee. Hi, honey.
Hi.
So what do you need me to work on tonight?
I wanted you to get me a couple of ferns from the woods to put up in the front flower bed.
Oh, cool. Do you know what kind of ferns?
I
got like 4 different varieties down there to choose
The
from.
one that is in the front yard of the other house is huge now and beautiful.
So you want me to get you something similar to what's in the corner by the front porch?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll go up there and take a look at those, grab a shovel. How many do you want?
5.
5? Okay.
I have buckets ready
Excellent. Where are the buckets?
on the front porch.
On the front porch.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look. So Marty's got a real simple project for us this afternoon. We're just going to pick up some ferns and bring them up here to beautify the area that we've set aside for sunshine. So just off of the front porch, you guys saw us put up some fencing here, and that's for the dog. So she'll have a nice secure place to come out and mess around in the yard. And we've also got some nice plantings going on already. Marty's got her black lace elderberry right in the middle of the bed. That'll fill up that space pretty nicely when it gets big. We've also got a lovely specimen of an elephant ear that's just starting to come out. And the lamian is looking really nice back here in the corner. That's the ground cover back there with the purple flowers. And you can see all the lilies we've got growing back here. Marty wants to augment this with some ferns. Probably putting some ferns back in this corner, maybe sticking some up underneath the lilies and then back in this corner, just to kind of fill in this space and also prevent us from having to deal with weeds. One of the things Marty and I are getting used to here on the homestead is the idea that we have 50 acres covered with plants. We've got trees and grasses and flowers and ferns galore out here. So we don't run down to the nursery to buy another plant. We try to find something out here on the property, and we've had great success doing this. So we're gonna go dig up some ferns here for Marty. You may be thinking at this point, you've got 50 acres and you're just kind of wandering out expecting to find ferns. Yeah, pretty much. Here in southeastern Kentucky, ferns are easy to find. Just find you a little shade. There they are. These are nice and lacy. They're filling in really good. This will make a great ground cover. Nice thing about dealing with ferns like this is you don't have to worry about killing 1 or 2 or 20. So we'll just get down in here and find a couple of fern specimens that Marty can transfer over to her garden. While you're out looking for ferns, be sure to be on the lookout for mayaples. That's these umbrella looking plants here. The mayaples will grow about 2 feet tall. They'll cover a fairly large area with their canopy. And underneath the mayaples, if you're fortunate, you may find, fruit. So the mayapple does produce an edible fruit. You do have to wait till it is completely ripe before you try to eat it. This one's not quite there. I think probably sometime around August, I think, is when these come ripe. This is a whole lot more fun than going down to the nursery and trying to pick out a handful of plants, by the way. So I can pick up ferns out here for days. Check that one out. A lot of heavy rock up in here. It's going to be too hard to remove those ferns. It's also a lot of water that comes down the hillside here, so I'm going to leave these ferns in place. A little bit different variety of fern. Not sure what types of ferns these are right now. We haven't bothered to look that up. We'll get Marty a little variety here. Grab another one of those. There you go, babe.
Thank you. I get them planted. These are the ferns he dug up for me today, and it filled this back corner nicely. When they grow totally, it will fill this whole area. Because my irises have started to die off, we are going to eventually replace this lattice work. I'm not a fan, but the irises are pretty much covering it for now. This elephant ear right here will fill this whole entire area. It got probably 4 feet tall last year. It's one of the great big ones, and it will fill this whole area. In fact, it might overshadow some of the lamium, but that's fine, it can take it. And then eventually we'll continue to fill this until there are no weeds. So that's a sedum here, and it's getting ready to bloom. It gets a little bit of sun here, but it doesn't get a lot. That was a rose of Sharon we found. I dug it up today and planted it. Let's see how well it does. The irises that are all in front of this skirting, which someday we'll replace, for now, they'll get tall enough to cover it, but they've pretty much bloomed out this year. I do have some yarrow growing in here that I planted from seed, but this is all going to be covered with pea gravel. This grass here where Sunshine's at, it's also going to be gravel covered because we think she is developing a grass allergy. We have fleas here in Kentucky, something that we didn't have in Nevada, but here it's a problem. I've not found any fleas on her, but every time she walks through the grass, she starts scratching pretty bad. So we're thinking it's an allergy. So this will all be pea gravel. Now, I did a video not too long ago on this back part of the mobile, and I cleared it all off and cut a ditch. Well, like I said, everything in Kentucky grows really fast, and it is all filled in. So we've got to go and take these out. This is eventually where the silkies are going to live. So they'll keep it down for me, but we're going to put them at a small coop down here and a yard. But all this stuff now has to be cut out. This is fleabane. Fleabane is quite invasive here. Some people like to drink it as a tea, not me. But this is all got to be chopped down again, and I just did that. Everybody likes free plants. It's funny when we go to the big box stores and we see them selling these ferns constantly, and they're expensive. We've got thousands of them out here in the woods. I've basically just been digging them up, bringing them up, and putting them in planters. And as you can see, I didn't do a lot of prep. I just dug a shallow hole. That's where they came from, on the rock cliff over here. I dug a shallow hole, stuck them in there, stomped them in. I'm going to water them in before the evening's out, and they're going to do fine and thrive. The ones that I put up at the upper house are huge now, and they're gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for coming along with us today. Mike's up mowing lawns. That's something that we do probably every 3 days here. If you don't, it gets it away from you. I'm going to finish working in the planter, and until we see you next time, thank you, God bless, and bye-bye.